Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a makeup tutorial for you all, and it's on this look that I'm wearing right now. It's an inspired makeup look, like my take on the makeup from the Victoria's Secret fashion show this year. I feel like this year at the fashion show, each one of the models had different makeup. I don't necessarily feel like there was a makeup look across the board that everybody had. I do feel like there was elements though that were similar, but I decided to take inspiration from Candace Swanepoel. I really liked her makeup this year. She is one of my favorite Victoria's Secret angels. If you would like to see how I got this, just keep on watching the video and I'm going to go ahead and get into the tutorial. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put down an eyeshadow primer, and I'm going to use the Milani eyeshadow primer. And this is a really great one from the drugstore. I like it as much as some of my high-end eyeshadow primers that I own. So I just put a little bit of that, probably put down a little bit too much. But I just put that all over my eyelid from the lash line all the way up to the brow bone. And this is just going to help your eyeshadows last all day or all night long and keep them from creasing. Okay, then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do my crease color. I'm just going to be using this Milani Brow Fix Brow Kit, and I'm going to use this middle color right here, the one that's mostly used up, and I'm just going to put that on the Sigma E25 blending brush. And then I'm just going to work that in the crease of my eye, mostly concentrated just right here into the crease. I don't want to really get this color on the lid too much, just mostly in the crease area. And I do take it all the way in here, all the way out, just all in the crease. Then I'm going to go in with this highlight shade in this little kit, and I'm going to put it on the little sponge that came in the kit, and I'm just going to put that on my brow bone area. Her brow bone is always very, very highlighted, not only like in the Victoria's Secret fashion shows, but just her makeup in general. She always has a very highlighted, dewy looking brow bone, and this shade is perfect for that. It's one of my favorite highlight shades. I love this color. Next, I'm moving on with the color that I'm going to put on my eyelid, and I'm using a couple of different products, but this first thing that I'm going to use is this e.l.f. Baked Highlighter in the color Blush Gems, and it's just a really pretty nude, very shimmery highlighter. This is one of my favorite highlighters of all time, and it also doubles as a really pretty highlighted eyeshadow. So I'm just going to put that on this Sigma E60 brush, and I'm just going to pack that all over the eyelid. To enhance the dewiness of this eyeshadow or this highlighter even more, I'm going to mist some of this e.l.f. Makeup and Mist setting spray on this brush. So I'm just going to go ahead and mist that on the brush. Don't know if my camera was in focus for that. Probably wasn't. And then I'm just going to dip this brush back into this highlighter. Get a good amount of it on the brush, and then I'm just going to also pack that on the lid. And it does help to enhance that shimmer even more, because since it is a baked product, if you use it wet, it really helps to enhance the metallicness of the shadow, or of the highlighter I should say. So I'm just going to be using this Tarantino Sparklicity powder, and it's in the color Sparklicity Pure. And I don't know if the camera is picking up all the little glitters and sparkles in this, but it's very, very shimmery. It's a really fine glitter. It's not like chunky glitter or anything like that. And in my last glittery tutorial, I showed you guys that you could put down a Post-it note and it would help the glitter fall out. I don't find that the way I apply this has a ton of fallout, and it's a Victoria's Secret makeup look, so if a little bit of glitter gets on your face, it's fine. So all I do is I just mist my eyelid with this e.l.f. Mist and Set, and then I will go in to the glitter, and I'm going to use the Sigma E55 brush for this. I get about that much glitter on the brush. I get quite a bit, and then I just pat that all over my eyelid. And hopefully you can see the glitter. I feel like sometimes my lighting gets pretty bright and it kind of washes it out. But it just adds a lot of glitter and it's really pretty. But I feel like with Candace, one of the main things with her eye looks is her eyeliner. So I wanted to be a little more specific with this. So I'm probably going to go up about that high. And then I'm just going to draw it back. Just like that. So you can see that it is winged up just slightly, but not super dramatic. So now that the liquid liner is dry, I'm just going in with Blackout from the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette and the Sigma small angled E65 brush. And I'm getting some of this matte black eyeshadow on the brush and just running this along the top of the liner just to kind of smoke it out a little bit and make the edges not so defined so it looks a little more smoky. So I went ahead and did my mascara, and if you're curious as to like what mascara I used, or if you need to recall like any of the products that I used, I will have a list down in the description box of everything that I used on my face today. But the next key thing to this look is the bronzer, and I'm just using the Maybelline Master Bronze by Face Studio in the color Weekend Bronze. This is one of my favorite bronzers, and I'm just going to use this large F30 brush by Sigma to apply this bronzer. And I'm just going to dust it like over my cheek area here, and kind of in the area like where I contour. And then I'm just going to put some up here on my temples and forehead area. Put a little bit on my nose. Then I'm just going to go back with my e.l.f. Kabuki brush and kind of blend out this bronzer a little bit to make it look a little more natural. And then with her blush, she doesn't have anything like super over the top. It's very natural. So I'm going to use this e.l.f. blush, and it's in the color Tickled Pink. It's just a very natural pink. Very, very pretty and perfect for this look. So I'm just going to get my blush brush, and I'm just going to put a little bit of this on the apples of my cheeks. Not much at all. And as we all know, the Victoria's Secret Angels are very highlighted and they look very glowy. So I'm going to use this e.l.f. Baked Highlighter again, the same one that I used on my eyelids, in the color Blush Gems on my face. And I'm just going to apply it here to my cheekbones. And this seriously creates the perfect Victoria's Secret glow. I just love this highlight. And then I'm going to put some on my Cupid's bow here. I'm going to put some down the center of my face, like on my forehead here. And down the bridge of my nose. On my chin. Like, as you can see, like, that just creates the perfect, like, Victoria's Secret glow. I highly recommend this highlight. It is perfect. The last thing to this makeup look is the lipstick. And her lips and all the Victoria's Secret models this year at the fashion show, like, their lips looked very natural and really glossy. So I'm going to use two different lip products today. I'm going to use, and they're both YSL products. I'm going to use the YSL Rouge Volupte lipstick in the color number 1, which is nude beige, I do believe. And then the other thing that I'm going to put on top is this YSL Golden Gloss, and it's in shade 10. It's kind of like the peachy pink colored one. So that's what the lipstick looks like on its own, and then this is with the Golden Gloss on top. I hope that you guys did enjoy this tutorial on my take on Candace Swanepoel's makeup from the Victoria's Secret fashion show this year. If you guys did enjoy this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up or let me know down in the comments. And I will see you all in my next video, and I hope that you all have an awesome day. Bye-bye, guys. Mwah.